Hi guys, welcome back. It's quite an exciting day for me. It's week here in Accra, Ghana, and today I'd like to talk about 10 worst pieces of marketing advice brands like Apple know to ignore. Listen carefully. Don't think your brand or your business does not need it. Does not need marketing. It's very important for you to understand this. I've been doing marketing for the past decade or more than that for my life, my adult life, and I've gotten to understand that brands or businesses underestimate marketing in general. They get it wrong all the time. So one of the important key points that I want to share with you is an advice. Please take it. All marketing professionals, digital strategies, comms guys, take your notepads and start writing. Number one is, if the product is good, it will sell itself. It's totally wrong. There is no product that is good that could sell itself. There are different forms of marketing. You could think that a particular product is not doing marketing, but they are. Maybe you are not aware of the strategy they are using. Do you guys remember Nutri-Pack's biscuit? You remember the strategy they used in the Ghanaian market? They were all over the streets. They started by not doing direct marketing on social media and billboards and radio, but they focused on the market women, the on-street marketing. You saw Nutri biscuits everywhere in town, and it sold for them, and that was their marketing approach. So my advice is, if the product is good, it will sell itself. It's totally wrong. The reality is, even Apple spends billions on marketing. Example, here in Ghana, we have MTN, we have Coca-Cola, we have Pepsi, we have the club beer, the stars, the car companies. They spend thousands and millions of Ghana cedis on advertising. MTN could sleep and go to bed and cancel or shut down their marketing department or their comms department and say, well, we are number one in Ghana. We don't need marketing. We just sit down and ride on the success. That is a big mistake. So if the product is good, it will sell itself. Notion is totally wrong. Please note that down. Point number 2 is one of my favorites. You need to be on every platform. It's another myth that is never true. Better to dominate one channel than to be average on 10. Not every brand should be on Instagram, and not every brand should be on Facebook. One of the problems I've noticed in recent times with Facebook algorithm is, if you're a brand on Facebook and you are not intentionally associating yourself with current trends, I'm sorry, but just shut down your Facebook page. Standard posting and generic content is fading out now. You need to be very, very aggressive and very intentional. I'm not saying post things that are not related to your brand, but move with the current trends in Ghana. One big example of a brand doing that is the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. They have built a certain social media approach where they tend to move with the current trends and get involving and get a bit personal, in such way it moves for them. So for me, I think Facebook is working for them, but I don't think different channels will work for them. So as a brand, know where it works for, especially the TV stations. I have noticed that they all want to be on every channel. They want to be on TikTok, they want to be on X, they want to be on Facebook. For a TV channel, if I'm building a strategy for you, what our advice is that shut down your Facebook page. Focus on X and TikTok and YouTube. Shut down your Facebook page. Focus on X, TikTok, and YouTube. That is a free consultation for you. And I have a strategy on how to go about these things and stuff for you to build a huge following on these channels. As a TV station, for me, you don't necessarily need Instagram. That is my point of view. Point number 3. Are you excited? Are you taking notes? Marketing is just common sense, blah, 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 blah. Everybody thinks they can do marketing. Everybody believes they can do our job. Everybody believes they are marketers. Everybody believes that our job is the most easiest, kind of job. I went with some company. The MD could tell me that their kid can build a marketing strategy. I just looked at him and I just shook my head and I was like, God, why? Marketing is not common sense. Every effective marketing strategy moves with the research. every effective marketing strategy moves with the research. If you don't know this, then I'm sorry, you are in the wrong profession. Every strategy that I have done, I have taken time to build a research on it. And it works. When you fundamentally build a research, you get to attack the competitor in a direct way. In my years in the automobile industry, I built a strategy with careful research, and I got to understand that most of its competitors were not quoting their price in cedis. They assumed that Ghanaians are comfortable with the dollar exchange, but when you communicate in cedis, the customer gets to understand the direct price of the vehicle, and this is fundamental success to my strategy that I did when I was with an automobile company. Moving on to point number 4. We don't need a budget, just be creative. One of the most unreasonable comments I could hear from, any professional, that you report to. As a marketing professional, you need to work with a budget. Reality, creativity without investment is like a car without a fuel. So, for a marketing to move on effectively, you need a budget. You need 10 cedis or $10. You need $100, $200, $1,000, $6,000 to be able to draft a budget around it. Most companies, sometimes led by one-man businesses, or, there is this dictatorship in management, tend to say these things. But every structured company, then every year, there needs to be a budget that the comms or marketing department will use to work around a strategy. There is no way that you could say that marketing does not need a budget. It needs a budget. You need to work with a budget. Point number 5, good marketing works instantly. It is one of the myths or one of the wrong notions that you have. There is never a good marketing that works instantly. Recently I saw once again Innova DDD. Charlie, greetings to you guys and your chairman, Mr. Joel Neti, one amazing strategist that I've come to admire in my generation. But when I'm sure when they did the campaign for the 68th independence anniversary thing, it was a carefully structured approach. They didn't assume it would be instant. They knew what they were doing, and it worked for them. So the strategy that you need to work on, or your marketing that you think that, what is happening? Why is it not working? It takes a peak of 6 months. The best campaigns can take 6 months to peak. You have to understand this. It doesn't just blow out of proportion unless you are Kim Kardashian or a world-renowned or Cristiano Ronaldo, that when you post something you can get people rushing on it and stuff. But a good marketing strategy hits its peak at its 6 months. So companies and business owners and directors and GMs and stuff understand that your marketing team or your marketing manager or your comms manager or your comms director needs about 6 months for a campaign to be effective. It's not immediate. You have to understand this. Point number 6, email marketing is dead. One wrong notion. Tell that to my client who gets 42% of revenue from email. Sorry about that. Email marketing is never dead. Never assume. I keep saying never assume. Email marketing is very effective. As until now, I still get emails from car companies, banks, retail companies, whatnot. Never assume something is not working if you are not using it rightly. Never assume. As a business or a company, or for internal marketing, it's important to inform your internal customers and your external customers what you're having and what you're offering. So if you are a retail company, like maybe let me use a company that sells mobile phones, like say Electroland, or let me say the Samsung brand. The Samsung brand recently launched some phones and some promos recently. I get emails from them. If I don't see it on Facebook, I'll see it via my email. It's very, very effective. Point number 7, more content, more sales. This point is something that you have to know. Strategy beats volume every time. Know the strategy and know how you're communicating your strategy. Understand your strategy and understand your audience. Point number 8. Let's just do what our competitors are doing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I experienced this in a recent, occupation where you have to always align with do what your competitor is doing. That is totally wrong. Apple is always leading and Samsung is always following. If you notice very well, Apple is always leading and Samsung is always following. But in real terms, Samsung is always creating innovation and Apple rather copies. But with the way Apple starts this approach, they built a niche where it seems they are leading. So as a brand, you always have to create a strategy that works for your content or your customers. Not assume what they are doing for this customer or this audience for a competitor will work. It will never work. It is totally different, and you have to know your niche. Point number 9, last but not the least, marketing is about selling, not storytelling. Oh God, this is totally wrong. Marketing is always about storytelling. When I'm building a marketing strategy or when I'm doing marketing, I like to tell story. I like to give my products names, something that will resonate with my target audience. I like to play around words. I like to build, an interest over time. I like to create a top of the mind awareness with you. That's what I like to do. And the best marketing does both. Marketing tells a story and also sells. If you tell the story right, you get to sell. And point number 10, marketing is not sales. Please, marketing is not sales. Sales is a subset or a result-oriented approach that marketing gives. So when you have a marketing manager in a very heavy sales-oriented business, just know that he or she will help build a brand to a niche with the right ROI, and the rest of the impact will come from the strategy that had a breathing space of 3 to 6 months. That is where you could start trickling down on the benefits. But when you start building strategies based on sales targets, that's where you get it totally wrong, because you will always be rushing and you always be having promos and you always be focusing on wrong things and stuff. So my last point is marketing is not sales. I repeat, point number 10, marketing is not sales. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this nuggets of wisdom about 10 worst pieces of marketing advice that brands like Apple know how to ignore. Thank you for joining me today, and please always share, like, and subscribe to my channel, whether on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, or wherever you could find my channel, and subscribe. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye for now.